Draw multiple rectangles. Here we go. So we're going to make this picture right here by copying this code, replacing our draw function with the one from the example. Go ahead and run it, and there you go. Okay, now let's review what we did. We drew 1, 2, 3, 4 rectangles, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rectangles. They are yellow, orange, green, and purple. Yellow, orange, green, and purple. The yellow one is just like where we were last time. The orange one, let's actually do this, has a width of 5. So when you say width equals 5, that clearly made the border have a width of 5 pixels. Now, unfortunately, it makes it harder to be pixel perfect, so to speak, to know the exact boundaries of this rectangle, because when you make a thick border, part of the border is inside the bounds that you specify here, which is right here, these bounds. And part of it's actually outside those bounds. To make that clear, let me do the following, okay? Let me copy and paste this, and I'll just do this with a normal width. And I'll put, after the orange, I'll put a blue rectangle on top of it. When we run, see the blue? You can see how it's outlined by part of that black? So if I make a width of 20, the deal is that's 10 pixels of black. The other 10 pixels would be inside the orange. So if I do this, you'll see the orange come back, and there's the full 20. So you can see how thick widths make it a little more complicated what the actual bounds of your rectangle are. So just bear that in mind. Okay? Then we have a green rectangle, and if you see here, it has an outline in red, and there's the red. So you specify the fill color with fill and the outline color with outline. And then a width of 3 sets that 3 pixels wide. Fine. And finally, what if you want to have a fill with no outline? Well, you have a fill of purple, and you set your outline's width to 0, and that means no outline. And so if I run this, you see no outline. If I try to do other things, like for instance, set my outline to be, say, none, none still turns to black. That does not get rid of the outline. The way to get rid of the outline is with a width of 0. So we see that we can draw a variety of rectangles. The other thing we see very quickly is the Z order. That is, we drew 4 rectangles. It draws this one first, and then the orange one on top of it, and then the green one on top of those, and finally the purple one on top of those. So you're going from back to front as you draw.